Hello everyone, my name is Mustafa Bulut and I'm going to discuss React Native, which is a very intriguing topic. React Native has been a hot issue in the world of mobile app development for a few years. Let's define React Native first before getting into the fun part. React Native is a JavaScript framework for creating native iOS and Android mobile apps. Facebook developed it in 2015. Some may believe that by using React Native, you are creating a hybrid or HTML5 app. But this is not the case, because you are creating a true mobile app with React Native. When compared to an app written by Objective-C or Java, there is no difference. We use true native components to create true native apps. Okay, so you are probably asking why we need to React Native. It has numerous benefits. You can create apps for both Android and iOS with React Native, which is fantastic. Furthermore, React Native makes it simple to integrate third-party plugins and APIs, such as maps and payment system, because of use of JavaScript. It's also an open source framework with significant community. This vast community could be able to help you solve challenges in the future. The next point is quick delivery. Product development is a faster because only one codebase is required to handle iOS and Android, and everything is on one location. Cross-platform apps are created as single projects with a lot of code that can be utilized across platforms. It's also simple to operate. Develop- Developer tools and sensible error signals have been built into the React Native framework, making its part simple to work with. You can also use its components or the entire apps in your Android or iOS apps. You may decide not to continue with React Native and instead use alternative framework or programming language that you are familiar with. Another fantastic feature of React Native is the ability to hotload your apps. When you alter your code, it displays on your screen right away. Furthermore, the amount of time you spent testing is reduced. Yes, you will need fewer tests because you can test for both Android and iOS devices after you develop your code in React Native. What kind of problems does it solve? What types of issues does React Native address? First and foremost, time is significant issues in the software sector. We are continuously looking for methods to help our application and programs run faster. As I previously stated, React Native allows for extremely rapid hot reloading. When you alter your code in native development, you must compile it, which might take several seconds or even a minute. This can be very inconvenient, and if you are a beginner, you may decide not to learn that programming language. The next benefit is that because React Native works on both iOS and Android devices, organizations don't need to engage two engineers to create for each platform. It significantly lowers employee cost. Building mobile apps with React Native can be up to 30% less expensive than developing native apps. Let's talk about advantages of React Native. Ensure stable mobile app growth. The field of mobile application development is both dynamic and unstable. One of the most significant advantages of adopting React Native for mobile app development is that it enables constant growth. This is because of the framework components understand how to present an app on popular platform. Another significant benefit of React Native mobile app development is code reuse. Developers have the advantage of writing code once and reusing it multiple times. The code reusability feature helps developers save time by eliminating the need to write distinct scripts for multiple platforms. There are lots of advantages React Native. For example, live and hot reloading, ready-made solution and vibrant library. Large developer community saves you a fortune on application development. Disadvantages of React Native. Difficult to debug. Debugging React Native based mobile apps is quite difficult because these programs are written in Java, C and C Sharp, JavaScript, and other language. Debugging becomes quite time consuming. This is why developers need to be fluent in the platform's native language. Another significant disadvantage of React Native: hard to determine user interface. If your mobile app requires features such as multiple screen transition, animation, and interaction, then choosing React Native for your app development might not be the right choice for you. Mobile apps with complex gestures are not built using React Native. There are some disadvantages of React Native. The framework is immature, the serious case of JavaScript. What prerequisites should you know to proceed with React Native? Working with React Native would necessitate a basic understanding of JavaScript. You may find JavaScript documentation here. If you are interested in, get started right away. So you might be thinking, how can I install the React Native if I have JavaScript experience? For installation introduction, go to download page. Follow the steps to download whatever you require. The URL will be included in the description. As you can see, various platforms can run your application. We can observe the modification is an emulator and macOS and Windows. You can also connect your device and run the app on it. Let's look at the Hotload example. The ability to hot reload was one of the most crucial features of React Native. Let's look at an example now. As soon as the image background changes, the change is seen on the screen. Then using a classical example, let's see what the real code looks like. We import React at the top and React Native here, as well as a couple of components like text and view. In HTML, a view is similar to div, and text is used to display text on the screen. We have plain JavaScript properties here. When we compile our app, React Native will convert the attributes and components we use to their native widgets. If we construct this app for iOS, for example, this view will be mapped to UI view, and if we build it for Android, it will be mapped to Android view. I also wanted to show you which applications are built with React Native to give you an idea how popular it is. In conclusion, if you are interested in developing mobile apps, React Native is terrific choice in terms of job opportunities. And if you have basic understanding of JavaScript, it will be breeze to learn. Thanks for listening.